Well, hello there, guys. We're going to be playing some Warhammer 40k Armageddon here. I'm going to wait for some people to show up, of course, and then we're going to decide basically which we want to play. There's a lot of campaigns here. We've got every single last one, so let's see what everybody wants to watch. Going to give it a few seconds here. We're going to get a few people in. And I think I really do want to try the battle for Golgotha. Taking Commander Yark 34 years to track down Gazkul Thraka, the beast of Armageddon. His location is on the orc-infested world of Golgotha. Take command of his company of Mordian Iron Guard infantry and join. The Mordian Guard infantry looks really, really cool. We could also try one of these Space Marine campaigns. We've got Blood Angels, we've got Ultramarines, we've got Salamanders, and of course we've got regular Imperial campaigns. So I think I'm going to try, let's see, let's start with Act 1 Invasion, and then from here we'll decide what we want to do, if we want to try a new campaign, etc. Agrippa. We'll just put Ag. Yes, I'm lazy.
I don't know what is happening. The clones are going crazy. Bear with me, Commander. If only I could pray. Never mind. I have two urgent order stacks coming through on the box. They are both code science, so as the ranking officer, you need to decide which assignment to accept. Governor von Straub is demanding all Steel Legion battalions to attack. This is a chance to strike back at the Greenskins early. Your force could be one of the first to engage in a meaningful offensive. However, as you'll have gathered, Voxnets are busy and ineffectual, making it all but impossible to coordinate such a large-scale counter. I know it is not my place to say, but the Governor's order, while valiant, seems a little rash. The alternative requires you remaining at Hive Deathmire. As you know too well, the Greenskins have been probing the area, and yet they are not following through to attack the Hive. This is very irregular behavior, not typical of the Orcs. Regimental Command wants your battalion to investigate, as you are familiar with the area. There may be no immediate glory in this mission, but if the Greenskins are up to something anomalous, we need to know. Choose your mission, Commander.
Alright, so I can either decide to counterattack, which is what the Commissar, or the Governor in this case, wants, or investigate. I'm going to go ahead and counterattack. You guys already know I'm crazy in these kind of games. I love to just charge in, so let's go for the counterattack, and let's hope this works out.
Brave warriors of the Steel Legion, I speak to you directly. Do not fear, I have not been slain by the Xenos scum, as some of you feared, when I could not be found on Armageddon Prime. I have simply relocated to Tartarus Hive on Zapdos. This Hive city has a vastly more strategic location, and so it's a perfect base to better coordinate our troops. But I see no reason to wait. The Orc menace is small, yes. They may have taken us by surprise, but now is the time to counter-attack and wrest control of Prime back to me. Well, us. Attack, I say! Attack!
Then we shall attack, sir. I'm going to be looking at the chat after this this voiceover, guys.
My faith has been tested of late with the death of my family in the initial Orc airstrike, even as they celebrated the day of the Emperor's ascension. So I need some stability. Anyway, I have received orders. You have a very specific role in the coming attack. Your battalion is being sent to an area close to High Volcanus. Capture the Orc chieftain commanding the Xenos mobs there. We may be able to learn something of the greater Orc plan if you can take the creature alive.
So we basically have to take this creature alive. This is a nasty, nasty Orc monster, and I know we need to get 4 units to be able to take this thing. Let's jump into the chat. Hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see you all. I'm going to go ahead and see here. Blood for the Blood God, indeed. Well, no, we're not Chaos, at least not yet. Counterattacking the Orcs, making planet fall. Hello, Tomato, Purple General, Audimon. We've got the whole crew here. It's good to see you guys. So we're going to go for it, guys. We're starting, and we need to capture this unit. So I think we definitely should purchase more units if we can. We might be out of unit slots. We have plenty of actual requisition points to spend, but just not enough unit slots. So let's take the fight to the Orcs and get started. I'm getting started with this beautiful Wyvern. This is just a wonderful thing. Of course, it's an artillery thing. an artillery vehicle. Try again, Agrippa. And I think I'm going to try to fire at the war biker mob. I'm much more afraid of them than these puny Gretchens. Oh my god, an instant kill, and we're on normal difficulty. So another thing is, if you guys want to talk 40k lore, please feel free. There's a lot I want to find out about, and obviously I know when we get into 40k lore, you guys go nuts because you know so much more than I do. Let's go ahead and move the Lehman Russ, and let me know if the sound is too high, either on my end or on the game's end, and we will lower it, or if it's just right. And that's a Lehman Russ Annihilator. I mean, a lot of these tanks are just good against, well, other armored units. In this case, the Annihilator is pretty good against just about anything. I'm going to move forward with our Steel Legion Special Flamer Squad and try to deal with these Gretchen. Nice, they're down to 2. They're not going to hurt us at all at this point. And of course, we got the heavy weapons team. I might as well move them up here. Even in their vehicle, they can probably kill this unit. Good shooting, boys, in the name of the Emperor. Now, we have to try and locate where that enemy is. So I'm not sure exactly where he is, but I'm going to send some troops to the east. And sure enough, look at that. We've already got some Gretchen units. But I'm going to bring up this beautiful Basilisk first. Try to do some artillery damage to the unit before we get in there. And in fact, we could focus on this Grot tank, which I think might be more dangerous. So let's fire. Not bad, could be better. Grot tank once again. It's just a regular, good old-fashioned Lehman Russ. And we'll also move some men up. And we'll also move the Sentinel up, why not? For the rest of these guys, we are just going full speed ahead, guys. We are trying to show them the glory and the wonderfulness of our Emperor. And I think we can do it with some consistent attacks. Yeah, nothing like a good old armored push to start things off. Well said, Ariman. Those bikers, man. Possibly gay biker and hit, but hey, bikers. And I do like biker culture. I think it's pretty cool. And honestly, especially when I'm playing Sanctus Reach, or even when I'm playing Armageddon, bikers are probably one of my favorite orc units. Especially bikers with rocket launchers. They are fucking great. So let's end the turn. Turn it over to the orcs.
You've not been useless so far. Me and the lads have killed loads of ya.
Alright, back to the Steel Legion. So with the Basilisk, once again, I'm going to try to kill that tank. Then we can cross without any issues, I think. Beautiful. Down to 1, and we can finish him off with the old-fashioned Lehman Russ. Good shooting, lad. Now, this is something I really love about the game. It kind of makes me laugh. Minor toxic river. I think I've swam in a few minor toxic rivers in my life. I was just on vacation in Portugal, and the place I swam, the river, is about half a kilometer down from where the sewage is let out. So I've definitely swam in a few minor toxic rivers in my life. What about you guys? Let's go ahead. We're going to open fire. We're just going to try to destroy these Gretchens. But despite being weak units, they make very good cannon fodder, and they might be able to hold out on this bridge longer than I want them to. Another thing, guys, is we started this stream before anybody got here, and if you guys want to see some of the other campaigns, we've got Space Marine campaigns, we've got all sorts of different campaigns, because I have every expansion. We can definitely take a look at those. I also want to remind you guys, because I'm your good friend Agrippa, that there's currently a sale going on for 40k Armageddon, and there's also sales going on for Sanctus Reach, so definitely take a look at those. Let's move forward with our Steel Legion Special Flamers. And these are all going on Steam, guys. Also, if you want to pay back Agrippa for that great information he just gave you, feel free to contribute $1 via Super Chat. It's been a while since we've actually done a real stream. Obviously, since I've been in Portugal, I've returned, and I think I'm going to focus fire on this unit only because I don't want to have to reinforce my Steel Legion Special Weapons unit. So we're going to use the wonderful Wyvern. Just try to get rid of as many Gretchen as possible. Hate not being able to use my special weapons team as they should be used, but for now, I'll accept it. Get some cavalry in here. I'd love to attack the Scorcher, but I'm not sure we're going to do much damage. Well, not bad, not bad. And we'll also move in with our Salamander Scout. See if we can't get a shot with him. Now, this thing is not a tank, but it's got a pretty nice gun. As you can see there, it looks like probably some sort of heavy bolter. It certainly knows how to get the job done, and we're also moving forward with our command unit. Command must lead the attack. Let's fire again, try to kill this thing. Nice, bringing him down to 1. Better than nothing. I mean, at this point, he's more or less useless, which I like. Empire's Mighty Horses, I like that. If it's between shooting Gretchen and anything else is a better target. Shoot the fuck out of that guy. I love how excited Adi gets for our 40K coverage. Because usually, you know, he's very stoic, I should say. But whenever I play a 40K game, I love to see Ari just be like, I know what to do here, because the guy knows everything about 40K. I know very little. So I'm kind of going off what you guys say. Well, let's use the Annihilator to target this unit this time. And just like an Annihilator should, a regular bolter round, I think it's some sort of electric or laser round, and then, of course, following it up with machine gun fire. We're kicking the shit out of these guys. Let's end the turn. Well, that was anticlimactic. Okay. Well, Basilisk, you might as well kill this thing. And I did call it a thing. We are men of the Empire. I mean, anything that's not of the Emperor is a thing. It's not a human or a creature of any sort. And we're also going to take this point. So now this is under Imperial control. We've got to be careful because this game uses a lot of guerrilla warfare tactics, which I really enjoy. And despite the orcs not being the smartest creatures, they can hide in these buildings, and they can ambush us, cause a lot of damage. So we've got to keep that in mind. I'm going to move forward with... There we go. What did I tell you guys? We've already got some shooter boys close by. Move our Sentinel forward. And remember, we have to get 4 units around this target to capture it. And we still haven't found this guy. Let's see if we can destroy this guy with just cavalry. Oh, you gotta love those las guns. And yes, the cavalry, they do have las guns. And we can finally use our wonderful fire support, heavy bolters. And you could tell, I mean, these guys, you could tell they're humans and not Space Marines, because a Space Marine can pick a heavy bolter up, no issue. Humans, I think it's a lot tougher. I'm guessing a heavy bolter probably weighs something like 200 pounds. It's a heavy sumbitch. So let's open fire. Good kill. A lot of dead Gretchens. A lot of good food if we were orcs. Unfortunately, we're not, so not really very much used to us. All right. Our Steel Legion Special Weapons team definitely needs some reinforcements, guys, so we're going to reinforce them, get them back up to 25. Now let's focus on the shooter boys. Again, I'm more scared about, and kind of like Arimon mentioned, really no point to even waste ammo on Gretchens. I'm really much more scared of the shooter boys, so I'm going to focus on them. Good shooting, boys. Worst pun ever, sorry. And we've also got some Warbikers here. Let's use our Sentinel. It's been a while since we've been able to use this guy. And we will end our turn.
Come on, man. It's out there. Your board be trying to break into the eye.
They're not exactly good at hiding their intentions, the orcs. They pretty much give everything up within a few seconds. Heavy bolters fire rounds the size of 2-liter soda bottles. Yeah, they're pretty damn heavy. Yeah, I kind of assumed that, you know, a regular human wouldn't be great at dealing with a heavy bolter. That being said, we are going to have to move into this next area. I'd rather move in with the Steel Legion Special Weapons team, but once again, unlike a lot of other Let's Plays I do in 40K games, I'm actually going to try and get the unit strength up. I think it's just the safest option. We'll use our Steel Legion infantry to fire at these shooter boys, but not before softening them up with some Basilisk fire. Maybe we could get a shot with the Lehman Russ. Ooh, he's not too effective against these guys. So we do have the undo button, which is a godsend. Send the Lehman Russ back and target the bikers. Bikers destroyed. Sorry, guys. I know some of you guys were real fans of the bikers, but they're gone now. And we're still looking for that enemy unit. Let's move our heavy weapons up. We won't be able to use them this turn. We could just fire here, but I actually think we're going to take more damage than we should. So let's go ahead and soften them up with the Wyvern. What I try to do in this game is soften the enemy units up with some artillery, some heavy weapons fire, and then move in with my men and basically annihilate everything. What's this? No, we still not the guy who got to capture. But I am going to go ahead and charge in with our fair cavalry into these Gretchen. And they actually did a good job at defending. With that many Gretchen, I'm not that surprised. Show them not to mess with the Emperor. Alright, we could also fire with this guy. And since we're not going to take any hits from the actual shooter boys, I am going to go ahead and use the amphibious vehicle to fire. And we destroyed a whole group of shooter boys. That's worth it no matter how you look at it. I always do this just to make sure I've used up all of my characters. I don't even know if I want to use the Steel Legion Infantry to fire on that unit. The Wyvern's in a fine place. He doesn't really need to move, but maybe we move the Sentinel up and he becomes part of this renewed attack. Let's go ahead. We might as well. The Stalingrad of Warhammer 40k. That they're even able to exist, indeed. Ships are big in this universe. Smallest escort vessel in the Imperial Navy is like 1.7 kilometers long, says Ottoman. That's terrifying. How do these things even get transported through space, says Tom? Yeah, good point. It must be incredibly expensive, unless you're an orc. I heard somewhere, and again, I'm not too familiar with 40k lore, but I heard that basically if an orc can think of something, it can create it. Just through the power of positive thought. I mean, that's actually what I've heard. So here we go. We could go with our company and go right into the shooter boys. I think it's probably a better idea to shoot first with our special weapons team. We got a nasty hit there, not the greatest situation, but we are going to go ahead and charge forth with the Steel Legion Company command. Alright, I think it's time to turn it over to the enemy. We've done everything we can, let's do it. Well, they have certainly made our jobs difficult. Let's see, we can probably get some replacements here. Yeah, I had to do it. I can't have my best unit there having to get replacements. And let's attack the shooter boys with the special weapons team. Got a Grot tank there we've got to worry about. But for now, we're worried about the enemies here on our flanks. Oh, I love you, special weapons team. The Annihilator nearly got a beautiful kill there, but can't win them all. So our job in this battle is not to capture points. By capturing points, however, we would get requisition points. However, I don't think we're in a position to buy anything because we're out of actual slots. We haven't lost any men, so I'm going to merely put this unit here just to get better cover. And let's open fire with our Basilisk. Actually did no damage. Remember, they are in a building, so they're going to get some extra defense bonuses. Think we done did everything we could. Why am I talking like an orc? Now we've got a tank to deal with. I wonder just how effective would this division be against a tank? Once again, I am using that undo move button, so I'm not really cheating, but I'm taking the easier path. If you want to, of course, play without the undo button, you can do that. I always keep Fog of War on, of course, but I think we need to bring some reinforcements here, some replacements, and try to keep all of these units alive. That's going to be my goal. So let's end the turn. All right. Probably finish these guys off. Great attack there by the special weapons team. And we're still trying to find where that target is. Remember, we've got to capture an orc target. Maybe he's this way. Oh boy, I think we done found him. Hold on. Yep, this is him. This is the war boss. Of course, we've put ourselves in a really dangerous situation here. A dangerous position, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and move forward to the special weapons team, and he might actually be able to get some damage against a Grot tank, which I barely believe, but let's go for it. Hey, one Grot tank down is a victory in my book. Move forward with the Wyvern. We could try to get one more shot. Very risky, though. And at this point, I think we can bring all of our units this way, because now that we know where the enemy is, and look at that. Let's see how it does against a Lehman Russ Annihilator. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We've got to bring all of our units here. This is the only way we're going to make absolutely sure that we take the war boss captive. Remember, we're not here for sightseeing, and we're not here to take points or even kill orcs, even though that kind of goes without saying. We're here to capture that war boss, so we're sending everybody we can over. Might even bring the Sentinel. Try to bring the tanks. We can bug out of this area at this point. Oh, I don't think I did a very good job with the Basilisk, though. Return the Annihilator for not doing as advertised, says Tommy Bex Jr. Yeah, the Annihilator by Cinco. I'm not happy with your products. Take it back. Good to see you, Texas. Good to see you guys. No, Purple. Basically, our goal here in this mission is to capture a warlord. We don't have to push them out of this area at all. In fact, I'm willing to bet that if we tried to take them all out of this area, we'd lose the fight. We need to get 4 units around this warlord, Urk Gug, and then we capture him, which, if you're captured as an orc, you're a shitty orc. Let's just be honest. Back to the Steel Legion. Alright, so we've got our command force there. Let's try to blow this Grot tank away. We still have some work to do. Remember, we've got to have 4 spaces around this unit, and we can't kill him. So I am going to start moving in more guys. But we probably have to take out that Steel Legion fire support. I think that's going to be the key to get in, or the big shooters. I'm going for the fire support. The gun wagon with the zap gun. Yeah, it sounds as scary as it is, or it is as scary as it sounds, I should say. Yeah, I don't want to waste the Wyvern or the Basilisk, so I'm going to try to get over these mountains, but it's not going to be easy. And as you can see, our units really aren't built for it. So let's hope this works out. Get that cavalry a bit closer. One more shot and we can kill this thing, guys. I'm not going to fire at this unit because, number one, we're going to actually take damage. Number one, this is how strong Urk Gug is. If we fire at him, we take damage. And number two, we don't want to damage this guy. You know, we want to take him prisoner. I think that's it. Let's end the turn. Right. Lehman Russ, make it happen. That's what I'm talking about, lad. And I think at that point, we can basically end. Just to make sure, I'm going to throw some damage down on the Shooter Boy. I don't want him to all of a sudden destroy one of our units, and we no longer get to capture the Warlord. So let's just make sure he is dealt with. All the Emperor. Here we go, guys. That's a victory, and we're going to see what happens next. And I hope you guys are enjoying. Don't forget, if you want to contribute to the channel, you can always... And hey, Tommy Bex, how you doing, man? You can always hit that chat button, the super chat button, a little $ beneath your name, to take a look at the possibilities of donation. We really love even $1, 50 cents, whatever. It helps big time, so keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this playthrough, and while I do that, I am off to the restroom. I shall return.
I ain't talking.
Well done, Commander. Keep the Orc alive. I know there are many in the officio professors who wish to engage with the creature on your return to Imperial territory. While your mission has been a success, not all has gone well. High Volcanus has been lost. We don't understand how. The defenses should have held for weeks. Command is currently reviewing the other hives to ensure we don't lose any more. Why has the Emperor abandoned us? How is your battalion faring, Commander? Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make contact soon. It's been very hectic here since the fall of Volcanus, and now High Tempestora has come under heavy siege. The Greensleeves are everywhere. Some battalions have been knowingly sacrificed. I knew this counter-offensive was ill-conceived. I just assumed others above in the chain of command knew that too. Luckily for you, Commander, the captured assets you have in your possession means your battalion remains a priority. I am sending you a route plan, giving you the most efficient means of rejoining the frontier. But be warned, picked probes show that the Orcs are enclosing on all sides. Do not dally, or else you'll be surrounded.
Alright, so here we go, guys. A major battle against the Orcs, and we're going to have to use all of the units we had before. The good news is they actually regenerate their health, and as you can see, that vehicle right there, the captured war boss, is what we have to defend. So we can't just let the captured war boss get killed. The Orcs are not going to take him prisoner, by the way. They don't believe in that. I think once you've surrendered as an Orc, it's kind of like talking to the cops in the Mafia. You're not going to get another chance. So I know this guy realizes that. Now, I do want somebody to tell me the story behind the Ogrins. This is actually my favorite unit in the game in terms of infantry. They're just really good. So I'm going to take a group of them along with us, but I don't know their story. They're a weird-looking creature, and they're very strong. It almost reminds me of like a mix between a human and a space marine. And I know space marines are technically mammals, but I don't think they're really humans. I think they're probably a step above. Of course, you 40K fans can tell me if that's actually the case. We're going to end the deployment and get started with this battle. How's it going, Salius? Follow the God Emperor. I knew we'd have some 40K fans here. I ask only guys with the ads that you watch them in their entirety. They're not very long. And if you want to donate some cash, we can probably get rid of the ads for the rest of this stream. Alright, let's go ahead. Alright, so we have to move forward, of course, and try to get this guy all the way to the east over there. So I'm going to send the Sentinel forward, not just to be the first in line, but also to kind of scout the area. I want to see what we have to fight. So we've got some Gretchens over here. Let's move our Ogrins forward. I would have moved them right into that location, but I wasn't sure if it was safe. Come on, boys. And we're going to move the captured war boss. I'm hoping these Orcs don't have IEDs, because we are moving them along a road. But I think it's going to be safe as long as we just keep some units around him, surrounding him, and basically defending him. That's our only goal. We have to keep in mind the goals of the mission. If we were playing skirmish mode, we try to kill as many Orcs as possible. In this case, our goal is to get this guy to that space, to that hex. And no matter what we have to do to get there, that's our main focus. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Actually, that wasn't very eventful. We didn't really do much. Thanks, guys. So both Araman and Celius told me what Ogrins are. You heard that? You have incredible hearing, first of all. I'll say that right now. You really do. Humans from a gravitational world, they're about as smart as a toddler. Well, they do very good. So we're talking Hodor here. Moving south, taking the long road. You know what? You guys know me. I'm in for the full attack. I think we can probably handle the regular road. I could be wrong. We'll find out together. So let's start moving forward. I'm pretty sure we're going to run into an ambush here. But what the hell? No, we're good. So we took this location with a Steel Legion infantry in the name of the Emperor. We've got some Gretchens to deal with, other undesirables, of course. Let's fire on the Gretchens with our Steel Legion Special Weapons team. Nice little shot. Let's get our beautiful artillery up. Love you, Basilisk. And I'm actually going to focus on the Burner Boys. I think they're the bigger threat. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we are firing tactical nukes, aren't we? Even with this Basilisk, it's not a regular round. Because I actually mentioned when I was streaming this on Slytherin that, you know, obviously the weaponry is much more deadly than the weaponry we have in the world today. But not to mention that at that distance and with that barrel, and with the mushroom cloud that occurs after it, that could definitely be some sort of nuclear ordnance. As you can see, we've got some enemies over here waiting for us. A gun truck with a big loba, a big gun. Where are we? Syria? Come on, guys. I really do want to attack them with the Ogrins, but I think I'm going to keep on moving forward and basically ignore the enemy here. Could get one quick shot, though, at the Gretchens. We might as well try to kill as many as possible and keep moving forward. In turn. Oh no, war tracks. What did they just kill? Oh my god, that was really fast. Holy shit. Well, at least we can go ahead and get some better units here. So I want to get an aircraft, and I want to get the Vulture gunship. It's expensive, it's awesome, it's beautiful. It's the greatest gunship you've ever seen. See? Nice shooting. And let's bring the Wyvern in. Yeah, we're gonna have to use some of our artillery against this guy. It's just crazy, man. A war buggy with rockets. And I'm actually gonna use the War Boss's vehicle to fire and kill this unit. Yeah. But we shouldn't really do that. It's not exactly the most tactical thing, most tactical approach. Let's move forward. Look at that, guys. We just vaporized a building and destroyed all the Gretchens inside. Now, of course, we're going to keep on firing, although our Steel Legion Special Weapons team against the Burner Boys, pretty even. Let's go with the cavalry first. And let's wrap things up with the Steel Legion Special Weapons team. That's what I'm talking about, lads. And that's where the escape area is, so we're close, although there could be a lot more enemies than we anticipate. Let's see how these beautiful Ogrins do against odd boys with Shooter's Squad. I mean, they're just so good, these guys. Boom! Tremendous damage. Bring the Sentinel in. I'm actually going to shoot at the enemy already. Sentinels are not my favorite vehicle at all. Really not a fan. They just don't seem to get the job done. Fire again. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Salamander Scout. And I believe the Salamanders, for you 40K fans, they're their own version of Space Marines, right? Or they're their own faction. I'm sure you guys are aware of this stuff. I think we threw the tactical approach out the window, just went for the good old overwhelming detail. Yeah, we're kind of using the Orcs' own ideas against them, you could say. Make sure we don't have any other units back here. Let's see if we can't purchase any more units. No. Let's end the turn. Got a frickin' Orc tank out of nowhere. They're definitely trying to converge on this convoy. Okay, here we go. So we've got some enemies in front of us we obviously want to get rid of. Some of these guys could use replacements, honestly. I'm going to grab that beautiful Vulture gunship we just purchased and use it against the enemy tank. Let's see if we can't get rid of a Grot tank. God, if I had a 40k army, I would want that vehicle so badly. The Vulture gunship, not the Grot tank. And let's see if we can finish him off with one shot from the Annihilator. Close enough for the Emperor either way. We'll send in our command team. And they actually remained alive after that. Holy shit, man. We're not facing your average orc. For our cavalry, I will provide reinforcements. Give them some rest. But we're going to move in the heavy weapons team, the Steel Legion fire support with the heavy bolter, and we're going to try to take out that artillery once and for all. Goodbye. Could do the same with the special weapons team, but I actually need them. They're going to assist our wonderful, wonderful Ogryn squad. And look at that, the Ogrins, you guys said they were basically, well, I don't want to use the word, but basically mentally retarded, which I think is a medical term, right? Mental retardation. They know how to use rocket launchers, so they're certainly more intelligent than orcs. That's probably going to piss off my orc fans, because I definitely know we have a ton of orc fans. And just orc fans in general, people that really enjoy the orc faction. I like it too. I mean, for those of you that are fans of the channel, you know, I essentially use orc tactics all the time. It's actually a normality in my world. Let's go ahead and fire at the war buggy with rockets. See if we can't minimize the damage we take from that unit. We'll move in the old-fashioned Leman Russ. And of course, we want to keep moving forward with the war boss. What is that thing? Is that, well, we can't see it now, but it looked like a Venus flytrap that eats humans. Or orcs, or whatever the hell gets near it. And that is kind of scary, man. Alright, I think we're good for now. Take a look here at the chat. I've really been enjoying your guys' chat this time, by the way. Tactical nuke. Thank you, Salius. Yup, makes sense. And Stormtroopers, that would be fun as hell. Indeed, man. Indeed. Absolutely. Alright, let's get back to the fight. Oh man, they killed the Sentinel, which I care very little about, but still. That poor Sentinel, and oh, they've got a nice little war buggy there. In fact, that's not a war buggy. That is a big track with a kill cannon. And by the way, I am streaming on Slytherin tomorrow, guys. I hope you guys stop by the channel on Slytherin group at, let's see, it's 5 p.m. Central European Standard Time. And I am definitely going to be using that particular vehicle if I have to play as orcs in a multiplayer battle. It's very good at killing even Imperial Knights. It's a vicious little bastard. Let's move in with the command team. Lead by example, men. Good work. Let's move in with our Ogrins. But before we use our Ogrins, I'm going to move the war boss forward. You could actually get a piece of this. I want to remind you guys that have not played this game, first of all, that it's on sale on Steam right now. And if you're going to do a review, hey, let them know Agrippa sent you. But another thing is that this particular vehicle is an amphibious vehicle that you can purchase when you purchase a regular infantry unit. It drives up the cost of the unit dramatically, but this thing is amazing. And I'm thinking from now on, I might take this every single time with my units. Yeah, I'll have to pay more, but they're going to move around without any problems. Now let's see if we can't waste this artillery. We still have to get past that annoying war track, but I don't think it's going to be too hard, especially not with the help of our friend, the Leman Russ. Glory to the Emperor. I'm gonna fire at that freaking big track. Oh, baby! That's what I'm talking about, guys. Leman Russ Annihilator with a big track kill. I love seeing the insta-kills in the game. When you have a unit that's worth it, they get those insta-kills. Keep on moving. Again, we're not trying to win a war here. We're just trying to escape with their war boss. He's going to tell us everything we need to know. At least we hope so. Oh, no. So our Wyvern was trapped, but I didn't know this. The Wyvern not only has incredible artillery abilities, it's got machine guns, and those things are incredible. Let's also move closer with our gunship and end the turn. Don't forget, guys, if you would like to support the channel, there's always the super chat down below. I don't like to repeat myself, but, you know, I have been away for about 2-3 weeks, so we're trying to get the first person to donate. We need to find some sort of prize, Ahriman. We've got to start making t-shirts or something, man, so that we can give you guys a prize for what you do, but it would be greatly respected. And we'll also stop all the ads in the stream. So let's go ahead and end the turn. I want to make sure I've grabbed all my men, and I think I have. Although, what's this? What's this? We've got a shot with our beautiful Steel Legion fire support. Nice. We just raked the building with some heavy bolter fire, and yeah, you're going to cause some casualties. You better bet. Moving forward with our scout unit. This might not have been the best idea, but we have to see what's ahead of us. Oh boy. Alright, we're going to fire with the Ogrins again. We could also attack with the cavalry, but we're going to take some nasty losses, so I think I'll turn it over to the orcs. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Keep it away. Thank you, Salus. Awesome. Salus is the man. Yes, Eric Elder is correct. Salus. Someone give Salus a medal. He deserves when he does. We're eventually going to figure out what we can do for people that do this. Obviously, I think, Tristan, that you've kept a list. If you haven't, it's fine. This is not your job, my friend, but we always try to remember every single person that donates. It's a huge help. And Salus just bought you guys no ads for the rest of the stream, so we won't be messing with those anymore. Because honestly, $2 with the current YouTube thing is more than this stream could make in about 4 hours. It's scary, but that's the truth. So I greatly appreciate that, my friend. We're going to keep on moving forward, guys. We want to evacuate this war boss, and I don't care how many men fall. We're of the school of World War I combat. Charge across the trenches, get killed, and maybe win some honor. But honestly, we need to escape with the war boss, and we're going to do anything we can to make that happen. You can see those Gretchens are soaking up a lot of damage. Meanwhile, we've got all the enemy here, so I'm moving forward to the command team, and I'm going straight into combat. Let's get these not-so-bright folk forward. Move the war boss as well. Fire on the Gretchens. Bolter fire and mortar fire as well, man. Someone, damn it, autocorrects this purple general. That happens to me all the time, my friend, don't worry. Thank you very much, Salus. And once again, for Salus doing that, I'm also going to share some insider info with you guys, and that is that currently, if you want to buy Warhammer Armageddon, the Orcs, or any of the Sanctus Reach titles from Slytherin Matrix, they're currently discounted on Steam, so this is now the time to buy, my friends. And I'm currently playing with every single expansion, so I am going to show you guys the different DLCs we can get after this mission, basically like the different things you can purchase. There's so many different Space Marine chapter DLCs that really show you the history of you know, the entire game, and you know, you can ask Ahriman. I know nothing about 40k, but after playing the Salamander campaign, which for me, and I could be wrong about this, is a very underrated chapter. I was just amazed at how cool it was. You know, I love the Space Wolves. I do know a lot about Space Wolves because I worked a lot on the Sanctus Reach game. But overall, in terms of Salamanders or even Ultramarines, I know nothing. And they have campaigns for both in this game. Keep that in mind. Right now, I'm just trying to destroy any of the enemies that could be causing artillery damage here on our flanks before we move in. You know, we're not necessarily in a rush either. And being in a rush is an easy way to get killed. What did I do? What did Agrippa do? I did something to get rid of the actual game interface. My God. What button did I press? Shame on me. This is what happens right after an awesome subscriber donates. I lose the freaking point. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. We got it back. All right, so let's end the turn and hope for the best. Brought to you by Salus, by the way. The command squad died, and so did our vulture gunship. Oh, that doesn't make me feel good. I'm gonna have to buy another vulture gunship, although they're so expensive. At $635. I mean, the vulture gunship is the iPhone of this century, of the 40K century. Maybe we don't need to buy another vulture gunship. I definitely want to bring some reinforcements to our Ogrins. So let's do this. And I don't know if it's Ogrins. I've always been calling them Ogrins, but now I'm saying Ogrins might be more appropriate. We've got to clear the enemy here. The cavalry clears a line. Glory, cavalry. Glory. Yes, thank you, Salus. Absolutely, man. That's kind of how I feel, or at least the feeling I've gotten is that the salamanders they're not focused on a lot, and if you get the expansion packs to this game, which are very cheap right now with the sale, you know, you can really learn a lot about the salamander faction, and I was actually kind of taken aback by them. I thought they were really cool, very noble, very humble sort of faction, but they can definitely get the job done. They've got some incredible weapons, they've got some incredible warriors, and it's a fun campaign. Right now we're playing the regular Imperial campaign. It's also probably one of my favorites, but I do like to delve into, you know, what do the Space Marines do, etc. sort of thing. Let's move forward. I think you guys would agree there's a lot of bad guys here. I'm going to go ahead and bring some reinforcements to the Annihilator. He's done a great job. Same with the Special Weapons Squad. And of course that's all going to cost us points, but I think it's necessary. We're going to do the same with the Wyvern. We've got to be careful though. We're not purchasing any new units. We're just basically increasing the skill of old ones, and that's not always the best idea. Right now, for instance, a vulture gunship we certainly could not afford. We could, however, get maybe a new squad of Hive Militia or Steel Legion Weapons Flamers, but I think I want to wait with the cash right now and hope for the best. Let's proceed. Oh, they're trying to gain on us. It's not good. Alright guys, this is the war boss. So all we have to do is get him into one of these areas. Even doing this is making his job harder because this tank's going to be in the way. Let's move him forward. I know it's risky. I'm not even going to attack. However, I will attack the Ardboys. And again, it's probably better to attack the gun wagon. The problem is that they're not really stopping us from getting the war boss out of here. So I'm trying to decide which is a bigger threat. And despite the fact that we probably kill the gun wagon, I think we need to go for the Ardboys. Let's do it. Come on, boys, escape, escape. The Wyvern's in trouble. We'll have the Wyvern fire off some shots at the gun wagon. And end the turn. Alright, I'm going to try to push this Lehman Russ back here. Let's escape with our prisoner, and let's not try to have any more casualties at all. At this point, we'll try to eliminate threats. And the Ogrins have definitely realized that this is a threat. He's a bad guy. Hey, Lady Chicken Sword, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, Lady Chicken Sword, I hope I made your day here, because one thing I definitely want to share with you is you've donated to this channel. We really appreciate everybody that donates. And currently, if you go to Steam, there is a sale on the Armageddon series. You can get any of the DLCs you don't have right now for very cheap. There's also a sale on the Orc Boys expansion, which is also a standalone game for those of you that like orcs, and also on the Sanctus Reach series. So head over, obviously try to get some deals, get it while they're cheap, because right now is the time to buy. And I'm really glad you enjoy the series. Again, I apologize to everybody that I've been away for so long. I've been on vacation, but it was well needed and well deserved. Went to Portugal and just had an exceptional time, and maybe we'll even do a stream here eventually on what I did there. Maybe next time we'll do some sort of live cam thing where I can show you guys some of the castles, some of the historical things I saw. For instance, I went to the Cathedral of the Bones, which is basically a cathedral of Franciscan monks, and these guys, when they die, they put their bones into the walls of the cathedral, and it had some really creepy, macabre pieces of advice and poems, I guess you could call them. And one of them was, when you get into the entrance of the building, and it was in Portuguese, but it was kind of written in like a Latin phrase, so I'm not going to say it in Portuguese. Well, actually, I could give you guys the quote in Portuguese only because it rhymes, so I want you guys to hear the rhyme because it's kind of interesting, and then I'll tell you guys what it means in English, and it is a creepy-ass quote. So, I went to Évora in Portugal, and I got to the Bones Chapel, and this is what I'm greeted by, and really just makes you question your own mortality. There was also a ton of poems inside. But anyway, this is the Portuguese saying of what you see when you enter the Bones Chapel in Évora with all the dead Franciscan monks. It says, "Nós ossos que aqui estamos, pelo vossos esperamos." If you guys hear that, it's almost kind of like a sing-songy thing, and in Portuguese it makes a lot of sense. And what it means is that here lie our bones, we await yours. And I think it's kind of and I hate to get all philosophical here, but I hope you guys enjoy it. It's kind of it's talking about life. I mean, we're all going to die, and eventually, no matter how strong you are or how great of a person you are, you're eventually going to meet your fate. And we're all going to be there together. I promise you that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I don't know if I was just rambling, but it was one part of my vacation that was really, really fun. All right, let's end the turn here, and I think we win. The war boss has been evacuated. Victory for the Empire! All right, guys, we got some nice voice work ahead. This game has excellent voice work, so I'm going to let you guys enjoy that.
Commander, you have evaded the orc trap. Maybe it's only a few people that the Emperor has forsaken. He certainly has the people of Temple Story, but the Hive City has fallen.
Woman is a heretic.
The defenses are in disarray. There must be far more orcs than first thought.
The boys are coming after you. You ain't gonna outrun them forever. When they get here, I'm gonna cook your guts on a fire while you watch.
Well, that's not very nice.
Commander, I have a chance to talk to you. I know you have been occupied guiding us through orc-infested territory.
Thank you so much, Lady Chicken Sword, and thank you, Aramon, for letting me know. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the voice work, and then I will thank you appropriately.
I'm uncomfortable with this truth. We should turn to face the orcs, and if we all die, then so be it. At least we do so in glory to the Emperor.
Alright, so I'd prefer to live and fight another day, keep my men and battalion assets in optimum condition, or we need to get this captured knob back for interrogation. If you're so keen on sacrifice, stay and delay the orcs. So guys, I'm going to let you guys decide which to do, number 1 or number 2. That sounded weird. Thank you so much, Lady Chicken Sword. Slay the greenskin, she says, and absolutely we will. $2, awesome, awesome stuff. I really appreciate this, guys. It's huge. So let's see, what do you guys want, option 1 or 2? I'm letting you guys completely decide here which we're going to do. We'll wait for 4 votes, sort of a tiebreaker if we need one. Especially those of you that have donated, like Lady Chicken Sword, I definitely want your feedback. Option 2, all right. So Aramon is saying option 2. I kind of agree with option 2 as well, because I want to get this guy back. I want to see what you learn from an orc war boss. I don't think there's much to learn from any kind of orc. Salius says 1, and Salius donated. I think we have to give him 1.5 in terms of a vote. So, guys, we're not moving ahead until you vote, so you better get it done. Purple says 1. All right, I guess you guys are going for the more reasonable option. That makes sense. 2.5 for 1 and 1 for 2. Come on, we need more. We need more. Oh, well, that's a great question, Lady Chicken Cern. I don't think you can, but we captured one. I mean, the thing that I'm thinking is, like, if you interrogate an orc, first of all, he's not going to have much to say, and secondly, he can never return to orc culture. He surrendered. I mean, at this point, it's like 10 times worse than surrendering in Japanese culture. Lady Chicken Sword is saying 2, so now we've got 3.5 for 2 and 3 for 1. We need someone else to take a vote here, and we got a tiebreaker. And hello, Dominic Garagilu is saying 2. Alright, so we're going to go for 2. Thank you, Dominic. And welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We need to get this guy captured. We're going to go for the difficult mission. Let's do it.
In which case, we should avoid the mobs around Hive Deathmire and head into the jungles, which is the most direct route to Secundus. One other thing, Commander. This comms adjunct. I've been monitoring Voxes, and I don't like her tone. There's a thin line between grief and heresy. I'll be keeping an eye on her.
I agree. She's a terrible woman. Kill her now. Come on, we support the Emperor. Alright, so guys, we got to move at least 8 Steel Legion units to the far right of the map. Now, that's awesome. So, you can see we're in a jungle now. I think you guys picked the right mission, because this obviously means that it's not going to be easy to move 8 Steel Legion units to the edge of the map. We've got to do what we can, though. I might have already been moving the wrong way. Well, doesn't seem to be roads either way, so I think we're fine. We're going to go ahead and focus here, and we're going to have to move through the jungle. I'm sure this is a very dangerous jungle to be able to get a victory. I'm going to see if we can purchase some... Nice. Let's get some mortar support with the Gorgon. I love this thing, but it's going to cost us $760. Told you guys the Gorgon is just wonderful, but with that $760 price tag, it's tough. We're also going to get the Vulture gunship, another very expensive bit of machinery. But our attack is going to commence in the north, and that's where it's going to stay. Let's get another Vulture gunship. 645, boys. They ain't cheap. But let's end our deploy phase. I want to thank again Lady Chickenhead and, of course, the awesome Salius for donating. It's just so cool. I'm just waiting for the NAM flashbacks. Armand, if you want, you can link them that video from Wonder Shows and of You're Never Too Young for a Vietnam Flashback meme. That's one of my favorite memes. Feel free. And we just got freaking ambushed right off the track. We got ambushed by a Shooter Boys team, gun wagon with a zap gun, and some Storm Boys. So we're already in a world of shit. Let's keep it up though. Come on, boys. I'm literally only scoping out the targets where we deal the most damage. I'm not even going for what I think to be the more dangerous target. I want to save our boys a lot of grief. Let's move in the Vulture gunships. Air attack. This is true Vietnam style. Napalm, baby. Somebody should be playing Ride of the Valkyries right now, because we're moving in our Vultures. Come on. Bring her in. She might not be able to shoot at this distance. Oh, a surprise! It's going to be tough for him to fire back. So we've got to get 7 units. Was it 8 or 7? See, now I forget. We can actually take a look here. 8! Oh, this is going to be painful, guys. I really appreciate the donations. We're going to need them. There we go. Oh, my goodness. So I could move to the north, try to flank them a bit. I was just about to say, it's not the best idea, but... Well, now we're forced to commit, so I'm going to move our Steel Legion. Destroy this gun truck, no matter what it takes. And we're going to move our beautiful Ogrins over there as well. Once again, I think you guys can notice I'm trying to avoid damage. We might even be able to buy some more units. We definitely can. Some Artie would be good, but I want to get like a nice Lehman Russ. The Lehman Russ Punisher is beautiful. It's got a chain gun on the front. Not very good against enemy vehicles, though. Of course, the Vanquisher, I think, is the most expensive. So we're going to get one Lehman Russ Vanquisher. And look at that thing. Oh, it's just freaking beautiful. Thank you, Rambling XL. Yeah, guys, click that. It's pretty funny. It is pretty funny. I'm going to have to run to the store here in a second, very, very soon. But I'm definitely coming back. So we're going to play a little bit more, and then I'm running there. Alright, I think we can end the turn. Could also purchase another unit. But I think it's time to maybe save my money. I want to see the difference between the Sentinel and the Sentinel Armageddon pattern. It's definitely better, it's a little more armored, but yeah, I don't like the Sentinels. Let's end the turn. They are attacking us on all sides. We are truly going to have to act like the Steel Legion if we want to get a victory here. Totally destroyed. Wonderful. But we still have to worry about those damn shooter boys. Let's get forward with our heavy weapons team. Oh man, we're going to take some losses. That wasn't the greatest idea. Mortar squad. Look at that instant kill. Amazing. Oh man, it is getting vicious in these woods. Get rid of their armor, then we just have to worry about the tremendous manpower that the orcs possess. I'm gonna try to kill that draught tank. If not, we keep moving forward. Nice shot there, and that's just regular Steel Legion infantry. They were definitely nothing to be trifled with. Now, we could fire at that Steel Legion infantry and lower it even more, or we could destroy the gun wagon. I think we're going to try to lower the damage of the Steel Legion infantry even more. Then again, we could also fire at these guys. Let's hit the Grot tank. Yes! Nearly dead! Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. Alright, we're going to end the turn. And actually, we have enough points to get some more units. Let's get another Basilisk. 800, man. That already is expensive. Special weapons team destroyed, and it looks like the same is going to happen to our... Oh my goodness. This is a true ambush. Like a really hardcore ambush here. Let's use these gunships and try to just remove these artillery targets in our presence. Beautiful. One down. A few more to go, but use the mortar there. We destroyed another one. And we're just going to keep on moving into these towns. Now, the reason I am going to take these victory points is we're going to get points for taking them, but obviously our goal is to get all the way over here. So it's going to be a long fight, and I'm hoping we can accomplish it in 15 turns. Good shot there by the Wyvern. You guys want to take an up-close and personal look at this baby. And of course, they've got my favorite unit, the Grot Bomb Launcher. This thing launches, and this is hilarious. It launches essentially the tiniest of orcs, Gretchens, the most useless of orcs, into a sort of V2 rocket type thing with an explosive attached, and they sacrifice themselves. Yeah, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works. Go ahead and fire with that Basilisk and try to take that mother out. And we're going to keep on moving forward over here as well. Open fire gun truck, or excuse me, open fire Vanquisher on the gun truck. Beautiful. I think I might get another unit of Ogrins if I can afford it, but no, we're pretty low on cash. All we could get are Steel Legion conscripts, and no, they're not going to be useful during this fight. But I will get these mortarmen out of the way. Don't want them to be in a dangerous position, and we will end the turn. Oh no! Back to the Steel Legion, guys. Alright, well, it's time to go ahead and take this point. Let's see what we can do. So we can definitely take this area. Not sure how many points it's going to give us, but let's finish off the gun truck with the beautiful, beautiful, but slightly mentally deranged Ogrins. Move here. We still have that annoying unit right there. Rake that building. Thank you. Imperial territory, my friends. And let's destroy this Grot bomb launcher. Just trying to minimize as much damage as I can. Do a nice artillery shot there. And I'm definitely going to shoot at the Death Dread. I hate the Death Dreads. They're starting to send in their Gretchens, and that's another bad sign. Let's get our vultures to try and target the Death. Let's see, that Death Dread's going to be tough to take out. We could focus just on the Gretchens, but I'm really more concerned with this guy. Down to 5. Well, we're eventually going to need more men for sure. Got to get 8 units to safety. That's just... they're asking a bit much. Alright, we got our mortar squad. Let's take out the shooter boys. Just going to level that building, and I think we've accomplished that task. Beautiful. And we get another shot here with the Lehman Russ tank. I think I'm going to target the Grot bomb launcher. We're so close to defeating that enemy completely, and we'll turn it over to the orcs. That was a kill! Nice! Very, very awesome, guys. Wow. So we've got to make it through here. Let's take a look here at the chat. Hey, Frank and Clinton. Is this game on Steam? It is, and it's also on sale, my friend. 3 Space Marine chapters had to be called in to help. And I'm just looking at you guys are discussing. I love when you guys discuss the 40K stuff, man. I really learn a lot. And I will be showing you guys the different game types you can get here. I am going to run to the store. I will be back within 10 minutes, so I'm going to put here 10-minute intermission. If you could, Tristan, share just my VidMe channel. You know, we really do want to try to get as many people on that as possible. Then, if YouTube has some sort of major issue, which I don't anticipate, although it's already sucking my wallet dry, hopefully we can move there. So I'm going to put there just 10-minute intermission. I'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. Stick around. And new to your channel, hey, Dead Corpse, you arrived a bit late, but welcome, my friend. We are definitely going to finish this mission, but go ahead, subscribe to the channel, take a look at our videos, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. Alright, boys, I shall return. Hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. I did purchase some beverages. Give me a second, guys. Alright, guys. Good to see you all. Adam P. Good to see you, man. William. And Rescue Toaster. We got a lot of people here that I have never seen on the channel. Sorry, Adam. I was just away. We were playing some Armageddon here. We're getting back into it right now. I just took a slight intermission. And we're basically trying to escape with more than a few of these units. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and open fire on that Death Dread. I want that thing dead. And we've just got to move these obstacles out of our way, I think, guys. Actually going head on with a Vulture gunship. She's still not dead. And look at this. We've got a big trap with a frickin' big zap gun. This is terrifying. We could kill the Death Dread right now, but I'm going to go open fire on the zap gun. Nice. We'll kill the Death Dread just by ourselves, guys. Mortar fire. She's dead. Beautiful. And, of course, we still have this beautiful Basilisk. So I am going to open fire on the big trap. Those big traps can be vicious. Let's go ahead full out attack with the Steel Legion Infantry. And we do have to consider, guys, the possibility of purchasing more units. But, of course, to do that, we've got to continuously take points. I am going to attack with our slightly intellectually inept Ogren squad. Trying to be politically correct here. We don't want YouTube demonetizing this. And we'll end the turn. Hopefully we get some money next turn because we definitely need to get more troops and some replacements as well. Good shot there by the Lehman Russ Annihilator. And let's see what the enemy has in store for us. Take a look here at the chat. Alright, guys, we're going to continue here. So, to finish these guys off, I actually want to get some reinforcements for our Steel Legion Special Weapons team. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, we're in the jungle, and these teams have to survive. We're going to keep on moving east. Hopefully there aren't many units over here before we get to this extraction point. And again, I'm saying hoping for a reason. Let's go ahead and attack, guys, with our Gretchens. They could actually possibly take out this entire Ogren squad. Oh, I love, sorry, not Gretchens. The Ogrens could take out the Gretchens. I love the Ogrens. And now that you guys have told me that they're kind of not the smartest unit in the world, I love them even more. Beautiful kill on that vehicle. Let's keep moving the Vultures. I hope the Vultures also count as enemy as vehicles here. And I haven't seen this yet. We've got a Defcopter with a buzzsaw. Talk about mixing a helicopter with just a total instrument of death. Let's kill this bastard. And a beautiful instant kill by our Vulture gunship. Of course, now we've got, we just spotted the Sluggaboys down there below us. We've got a lot to deal with here, guys, and we don't really have much to reinforce our troops with. So this is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least. Let's keep on moving with our mortar team. Basilisk as well. And the rest of our boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're going to have to keep these guys alive or else we fail the mission. And I'd love to buy more, but we just don't have the points for it. Let's end the turn. Oh boy. Vulture down, guys. Vulture Hawk down, boys. Vulture Hawk down in Sector 10. That's serious right there, my friends. So I'm going to try to take this town, hopefully by doing that. Oh, shit. Jungle ambush. Come on, get him, Vanquisher. Keep on moving forward. And at this point, of course, we're going to use the Wyvern's exceptional artillery abilities. I find in turn-based games that Warhammer Armageddon does the best job in terms of artillery. That could just be because the arty in the 40k universe is much stronger, which is probably the explanation. But we're going to keep on moving. We still got these beautiful mortar units that we want to survive. Come on, guys. That's a kill by the Basilisk. Let's move the Annihilator forward, and I think, look at that, that's all we have, guys. So we've got to make it through the jungle. We still have a lot of work to do, and I don't know if we can finish this mission. We'll have to find out. Oh, God, no. Don't do that. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to take that town. Alright, so what are these guys? We got Mega Armored Nobs, basically the nobles. And of course, please correct me if I'm wrong, because the 40k guys here know a lot more than I do. But aren't these the nobles of the orc sort of caste system, as it were? Obviously, Gretchens are on the very bottom. They're sort of the Dalits. But these nobles, they can do some serious damage. Fire with my Vulture first. Oh my god, they just killed a Vulture in one shot. We've won every mission so far, guys. This might be our failing point here. That is too good of a unit. My god, we are running really low, really quick. Just killed our mortars. I think we should have taken option 1, guys. I think option 2 was too difficult. And it's a defeat, my goodness. Now, does the game continue if you get a defeat? I think it does. Maybe not. No, that's it. The game is over. But this is actually not so bad because I wanted to show you guys the different campaigns you can get, especially those of you that are uncertain about buying the game yet, etc. So, thank you, Rescue Toaster. Nobs are basically big veteran orcs, well-equipped and extra tough. Very cool. So what I'm going to do for you guys right now is just show you guys the different campaigns you can get. I wanted to tell you guys you've been so helpful. I love you as subscribers. I really do. That right now there's a sale on Armageddon, on the Orcs, on Sanctus Reach, etc. If you go on Steam, this is the time to buy. So I will show you guys what you get if you buy all of the DLC. Look at this. So this is what you get if you get the base game. This is basically an Imperial campaign. We started with Act 1 Invasion. We got pretty far, and we could obviously go back and continue. But we've also got Vulcan's Wrath. Now, this one I found really fascinating. We get to learn about the Salamander faction, and there are some incredible missions there. We've also got the Angels of Death campaign. This is the Blood Angels campaign. We've got the Glory of Macrage. I'm sure I'm totally mispronouncing that. And that's the Ultramarines faction. And we've got these two that I really want to try. I forget the name of these guys, but this was the only Imperial army I bought. It was sort of like a jungle army when I was a kid, and I painted it. And we get to have the Orc Hunters in the battle for Golgotha. Is focused on the Commissars, which is really neat. So these are all the different DLCs you can get. You can obviously do multiplayer, and guys, I love you so much. If anybody wants to do a multiplayer match at some point, I would be so happy to put it up on the channel. If you've got a strategy channel yourself you want to promote, maybe we could do a multiplayer game and do some MP. I'm probably going to take Space Marines. Well, actually, I'll take Orcs. Why not? And we'll go ahead, we'll do a heads-up battle and put it on the channel. And I think it would be really cool to have that happen. We've also got a huge list of scenarios you can have with all the campaigns. I mean, it just seems endless. And if you prefer Orcs, if you want to play with Orcs, you can buy the Orcs, which is not only an expansion, but it's also a standalone game. So if you don't want to get Armageddon, if you're just not that into the Empire, pick up the Orcs. It is standalone, and eventually if you want to get some of the Armageddon stuff, you can get that as well. So that's how that goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I really loved having you back, and I missed you guys so much when I was on vacation. Just couldn't stream the way I usually did. I want to thank, of course, Salius and Lady Chickensword for their donations. It really helps the channel. I want to thank Ariman, Tristan, for his exceptional work as a moderator and really administrator. He is basically the main administrator here in the chat, and we're going to try to do more and more of this as the day goes on. Now, I do want to remind you guys, and I'm going to share this information with you. We already shared the information about the discount, but tomorrow at, and I'm sorry, right now I'm on Central European Standard Time, so we're going to be playing tomorrow 5 to 6. We're going to be playing Sanctus Reach and the expansion the next day on Sunday. And I highly recommend you guys show up because it's actually a big event called Skulls of the Skull Throne. And like I said, everything's on sale. So if you want to buy one of these games, this is the time to buy it. This is where I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. So please do stop by. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If anybody wants to donate, you can always just hit the $, button beneath the chat. And basically donate whatever you want via Super Chat. If that's a little too complicated, you could just go to Twitch TV, Agrippa Max sent to you without the S, and click the little kitty cat button. But I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm going to throw one more ad at you guys because I'm just mean. But we've done an hour-and-a-half stream, and I want to do some more of these strategy streams in the future. We've been doing a lot of shooter streams, and I'm glad to be back to strategy. That doesn't mean I'm going to ignore the shooter streams. We're definitely going to do that as well, but we're going to do a few more strategy streams, so make sure to go through my videos, leave a comment, even if it's not related to the video that I have up. You know, hey, Agrippa, I'd like to see this live. Agrippa, I'd like to see this or that live, etc. It really helps me determine what I'm going to put up next.